Welcome everyone to our presentation today. I'm excited to introduce you to Studyverse, where learning becomes engaging and fun. On this first slide, we'll be exploring some interesting quiz questions to kick things off. Today, we'll cover topics like geography, history, and more, helping us expand our knowledge together. So, let's get started and enjoy the journey of learning with Studyverse. Let's take a look at the question on this slide. It asks, which planet is known as the Red Planet? The correct answer here is C, Mars. Now, why is Mars called the Red Planet? Well, it's because of its surface, which is rich in iron oxide, giving it a reddish appearance when viewed from Earth. This distinctive color has made Mars stand out among the planets, and it's often associated with themes of exploration and mystery. In the context of our overall presentation, understanding these unique planetary features helps us appreciate the diverse characteristics of our solar system. Remember, the other options, Earth, Venus, and Jupiter, each have their own fascinating traits, but the red planet is truly Mars. Keep this in mind as we continue to explore the fascinating worlds beyond our own. Let's take a look at this question from Studyverse. The question asks, who is the father of the nation in India? Now, this is a very important figure in Indian history, and it's essential to recognize his contributions. The options listed are Nehru, Bose, Gandhi, and Ambedkar. The correct answer here is Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, often called the father of the nation, played a pivotal role in India's struggle for independence through his philosophy of nonviolent resistance. Understanding this helps us appreciate the principles of peace and perseverance that shaped modern India. Connecting this to our overall theme, recognizing key historical figures like Gandhi enables us to better understand the foundation of India's independence movement and its ongoing influence today. All right, let's take a look at this question about the largest ocean in the world. As you can see, the correct answer here is C, the Pacific Ocean. Now, just to clarify, the Pacific Ocean is not only the largest, but also the deepest ocean on Earth. It covers more than 63 million square miles, which is roughly a third of the Earth's surface. When we think about the Pacific, we're talking about a massive body of water that touches many countries and continents, from Asia and Australia to the Americas. This question is a good reminder of how vast and important our oceans are, especially in terms of climate regulation, biodiversity, and global trade. So, keep in mind that the Pacific stands out as the largest ocean, reinforcing its significance in our planet's geography. All right, let's take a closer look at this question from Studyverse. The question is, King of the Jungle, and it offers 4 options, tiger, elephant, lion, and leopard. The correct answer here is C, lion. Now, you might be wondering why the lion is considered the king of the jungle. It's because of its commanding presence, strength, and social structure. Lions are often seen as the top predator in their environment, which has led to this popular perception. It's interesting to note, though, that lions actually prefer savannas and grasslands rather than dense jungles. But culturally and historically, they've earned the title King of the Jungle because of their dominance and regal appearance. So, this question ties into our overall theme of understanding the symbolism and perceptions we attach to animals, as well as the importance of context when discussing these iconic creatures. So let's talk about the days in a leap year. The correct answer here is B, 366 days. Most years have 365 days, but every 4 years, we add an extra day to keep our calendar aligned with the Earth's orbit around the Sun. That's what we call a leap year. This additional day is February 29th. The reason we do this is because a solar year, the time it takes for the Earth to orbit the Sun, is approximately 365.24 days. By adding that extra day every 4 years, we account for that quarter of a day and keep our calendar accurate. This small adjustment helps prevent our seasons from drifting over time, which is especially important for agricultural planning, holidays, and many aspects of daily life. So, in summary, a leap year has 366 days to keep our calendar in sync with the Earth's orbit. So let's take a closer look at this question about gases absorbed by plants. The correct answer here is C, carbon dioxide. Now, why is that? Well, Plants primarily absorb carbon dioxide from the air through tiny openings on their leaves called stomata. This process is essential for photosynthesis, which is how they make their food. It's important to remember that while other gases like oxygen, nitrogen, and hydrogen are present in the atmosphere, they are not the main gases absorbed by plants for their growth. Oxygen, for example, is a byproduct of photosynthesis, not something they absorb to sustain themselves. Nitrogen is vital for plant nutrition, but is usually absorbed through the soil in the form of nitrates and ammonium, not directly from the air as a gas. Hydrogen, meanwhile, doesn't play a significant role in this gas exchange process. Connecting this to the overall theme of plant respiration and photosynthesis, understanding which gases are absorbed and released helps us appreciate how plants contribute to maintaining the balance of gases in our atmosphere. It highlights their critical role in the ecosystem, especially in reducing carbon dioxide levels and producing oxygen for us to breathe. All right, let's take a closer look at this question. It asks, who is the inventor of the light bulb? The options are Einstein, Newton, Edison, and Tesla. The correct answer is C, Edison. Now, Edison is famously credited with inventing the practical incandescent light bulb. His work was crucial in turning the light bulb from a laboratory curiosity into a household essential. It's important to remember that while other inventors contributed to electrical technology, Edison's innovations in filament materials and electrical systems made the light bulb accessible and reliable for everyday use. This ties into our overall theme of innovation and how key inventors have transformed the way we live. So, when you think of the inventor of the light bulb, Edison is the name that comes to mind. All right, let's move on to our next question. Here, we're looking at the national bird of India. The question is, which bird is recognized as the national symbol? The options are A, peacock, B, parrot, C, eagle, and D, sparrow. The correct answer is A, peacock. The peacock is a beautiful and vibrant bird, known for its stunning plumage and majestic display, especially during courtship. It holds cultural and historical significance in India, symbolizing grace, beauty, and pride. Understanding this helps us appreciate not just the bird itself, but also the values and identity it represents for the nation. So, whenever you see the peacock, think of India's rich heritage and natural splendor. All right, let's wrap things up with this interesting question. The correct answer here is C, Australia. Now, as you can see, the options include Asia, Europe, Australia, and Antarctica. The key point is that Australia is actually the smallest continent. It might surprise some people because it's often thought of as a country, but in fact, it's classified as a continent on its own. Understanding this helps us see how continents are defined not just by size, but also by geographic and cultural factors. Throughout this presentation, we've explored various landmasses and their unique features, and Australia's status as the smallest continent is a great example of how these classifications work. So remember, when asked about the smallest continent, the answer is Australia, and this highlights the diversity of our planet's landforms. Thanks for following along.